So the classic attractions have finally reopened over at Disneyland, but it's what they show us about what's yet to come to Disneyland that's really interesting, and of course, we'll get into it all up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack, this is DSNY Newscast. Go ahead and subscribe down below, hit the notification icon so you receive updates whenever we post a video, and also whilst you're at it, subscribe to Universal Newscast. And now, let's get to the news. So, this weekend marked the return of the classics to Disneyland Park, as we have now got the Mark Twain riverboat back in full operation, along with the sailing ship Columbia and the Davy Crockett Explorer canoes, all of which I'll put links in the description box down below to the videos so you can go and enjoy the full ride around the new rivers of America after watching this video. But there's one main thing that we eagerly anticipated seeing back at Disneyland once again, and that's the return of the Disneyland Railroad. And who better than John Lasseter to reopen the railroad on its new Columbia Gorge section, along with a railroad full of Disney characters on board. But with the reopening of the Disneyland Railroad, it's really brought back some kinetic energy and some vibrancy to that part of the park, and with this new Columbia Gorge section going over 2 trestle bridges and accompanied with stunningly realistic rockwork that create a scenic route that are inspired by the landscapes of the Mississippi River, the Columbia, the Missouri, and the Rio Grande. All of this makes the Disneyland Railroad more of a ride than ever before. Also, Disney have brilliantly worked in new vignettes and scenes with a Native American tribe and also wildlife sightings along the way, which is actually extremely reminiscent and probably the closest thing that we'll ever see at Disney parks to the old Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland attraction, which was open between 1956 to 1977. And also, Disney have added some new lighting effects and projection screens behind the back of the Grand Canyon and Primeval World section of the railroad. But we didn't get new animatronics added to the vignettes. And to be honest, it's a welcome addition to see these new projection screens, but it really could have done with some new animatronics added to these scenes to help bring them to life. But now let's get to what the Disneyland Railroad reopening showed us of what's yet to come at Disneyland Park. And the footage that you're about to see is courtesy of She's in Los Angeles, which is a great YouTube channel. I'd highly recommend that you go and subscribe to it, as it has some great videos documenting all of the new developments coming to Disneyland. I'll leave all of the descriptions down below so you can go and subscribe and check them out. So, in this new footage, we've got our first look at the 3 new entrances into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge from other parts of Disneyland. With this being the entrance leading from Critter Country past the Hungry Bear restaurant, and then this would be the entrance into Galaxy's Edge, which if then you compare it to the model, it shows a long scenic transition into the land. Then we have this huge entrance, which looks amazing as a transition between Big Thunder Trail and Frontierland into Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Here's it compared to the Star Wars Land model seen at D23 Expo. And lastly, the entrance from Fantasyland into Galaxy's Edge, which will be another very popular entrance as it will lead straight through the castle into Fantasyland and then into Galaxy's Edge. And again, this is what it looks like in the model. So all in all, it's extremely exciting times at Disneyland Park, as we're going to be counting down the days until those construction walls come down on those 3 new entrances into Galaxy's Edge, and we can walk straight in and immerse ourselves in the world of Star Wars. But now it's over to you, Waltoneers, as coming back to the Disneyland Railroad, if you could add any types of scenes or vignettes to the Disneyland Railroad, where and what would it be? And don't forget to put the Hidden Mickey timestamp along with your suggestion to be in with a chance to win one of these DSNY Newscast pins. And also, congratulations to Ryan and Grace for winning for these suggestions in the last video. But that's it for today, as the normal newscast will be taking place as usual on Sunday. But for now, I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.